It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning and welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast. For this, what is today? Today is the 26th day of October 2023, coming to you from the beautiful Galleria and MSC Meraviglia. And yes, folks, I did start the show a little bit early today. I apologize for that, but I just got a notice that my battery power is getting low, and I didn't have time to go upstairs and plug in or do anything. So I went on and started a few minutes early to try to get as much show in before the battery dies. Okay, headlines today. Hurricane Otis Nightmare and a weather update. Royal Caribbean sanctioned for deceptive advertising. An Aussie court rules against Carnival. Oasis visits Florida for a second time. And Allure had some changes as well, all due to weather. And the Regent 7 Seas is the latest to go with Starlink. That and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. All right, folks, today is National Chicken Fried Steak Day. Not my favorite. You know, I try not to eat the heavy gravies anymore. But still, it's not bad stuff. So go out and have some chicken fried steak. If you're listening by the podcast, welcome aboard. You're always welcome here. You can access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. I just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. All right, so let's bring you up to date with what's been going on here on the Meraviglia. Yesterday went reasonably smooth as far as the travel went. So one of the things that I really wanted to do was to film going under the Verano Bridge. So I thought that the sail away was 4 o'clock. Well, sail away was like 3:45. I didn't know that. So I got up to deck 16 right at 4 o'clock just to see us going under the bridge before I could even get my phone out. So by the time I got the film rolling, we were past it, but I did get I got a little bit of a clip of the Verano Bridge. You can hear the sail away in the background. That was the Verano Bridge. So then this morning, I'm sitting here and I'm in the Galleria. Now the Galleria has this fancy ceiling. They just changed the picture on me just now. Has this fancy ceiling that changes all the time. So this is what it looked like just like 2 minutes ago, and it's now changed again. That's what the ceiling looked like. Well, while I was sitting here getting ready for the show, it completely changed, and there was like I don't know how to explain it, almost like a movie. Again, I was set for the show and not ready to film this, so I came in on the back half of it. You'll hear what I heard and saw. I didn't know they put it into a production, but I thought that was just cool as it could be. All right, covering a couple people that are out there in the world today. Let's see what I've got here. That was at our solo meetup last night. We had like 48 people there. It was phenomenal. And another gentleman's taking care of it, volunteering to host the group this week. Got all kinds of things set up. I'll be meeting with him again this afternoon. It's really nice. That's the pool. That's where I went to film the bridge and missed it. Oh, well. That's our buddies Sue and Barry there in Santorini, Greece. That would be me rolling through the airport on my C2. That was in Richmond on my way to Brooklyn. So I'll throw that in too. Let's see. What else do we have here? That's down at Amber Cove. Cindy and the girls were at Amber Cove yesterday. Oh, good. We're going to get some announcements. That looks like Cindy's got some pot growing out of her hat. I'm not sure what that is. That's Cindy. Of course, this is my counterpart, Sylvia. She's in Glasgow, Scotland, rolling around on her C2. And this is Tanja and Dwayne. They were in Cozumel. So a little bit going on out there in the world today. Now, I'll be back with a look at the news after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. And as always, folks, we got to look at the weather. But the biggest strange thing was yesterday, and this was totally took everybody by complete surprise. Hurricane Otis we knew it was aimed for, it wasn't a hurricane then, but aimed for Acapulco. Well, it just blew up yesterday, literally, and struck Acapulco as a strong Category 5 hurricane, 165-mile-an-hour winds, did all kinds of flooding, all kinds of damage. I mean, it was just a mess. There's flooding still going on. They haven't been able to come up with any kind of a death count or damage assessment because there are no roads into Acapulco anymore. You can't get there right now. And that's how bad a storm. And it literally, we knew we projected it was going to be a hurricane, but we had no idea it was going to turn into this. On the other side of that, it hit, Acapulco like crazy and hit the mountains right behind Acapulco and completely broke up, and it's gone. So it was massive when it hit, and almost as quickly, it's gone. All right, in the Atlantic, you still have one storm out there, but this is it. This is going to be the final, the last hurrah for Tammy. She becomes post-tropical, but she's still producing hurricane force winds. But she's supposed to dissipate completely during the day today, so probably won't see her tomorrow. Still located about 395 miles east-southeast of Bermuda. Maximum sustained winds are at 85. Present movements to the north at 12. The pressure is 973. Again, color that gone. Now, in the Pacific, like I say, Otis hit with a mighty force and disappeared. The one storm that we have to watch is the Orange X down there, and that is a broad area of low pressure located a little over 100 miles south of the southern coast of Central America. It's producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear to be conducive for development of this system, and a tropical depression is likely to form by this weekend while the low moves slowly west-northwestward to northwestward. You're talking about 60% chance in the next 48 hours, 80% chance over the next 7 days. So we got to watch that one. The one on out in the ocean in the southwestern East Pacific, don't even pay attention to that. It's some low pressure located 700 miles from southwest southern tip of Baja. Not going to do anything. If it does, it's not going to go anywhere. So we still got one storm out there in the Pacific to watch, and Tammy will be gone, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be done with that. All right. In the news today, and folks, everybody knows when I'm on a cruise ship, there's never any hope of going through without this announcements in the background. Now there's some music in the background. That's going to happen. It's also going to be, you never know, situation like my battery's running low, which it just closed up, that it is running low and it's going to croak. So I'm going to try to do this quickly, get off the air for today. If I completely blank out, thanks for being here. I'll see everybody tomorrow. All right, the top story today, UK's advertising standards watchdog is sanctioned Royal Caribbean for what it deemed misleading information. The ASA, Advertising Standards Authority, upheld a complaint that suggested the cruise company's online description of itineraries to and from Venice was misleading. So that's happened yesterday. The second story this morning, Princess Cruises and parent Carnival Corporation were found liable for negligence over the ill-fated Ruby Princess COVID-infected cruise of 2020. No idea yet on the amount of the settlement. Oasis and Seas enjoying a day in Florida today with a port visit to Fort Lauderdale. The day after the ship visited Port Canaveral. This is instead of a scheduled visit to Coco Key in the Bahamas, which had to be canceled because of poor weather. Also, Allure had to cancel a bunch of things as well, including their visit to Coco Cay. Regent of the Seven Seas has installed SpaceX Starlink on board the Seven Seas Mariner just in time for the World Cruise, and it will be on the new ship, the Grandeur, before its launch in November of this year. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today, folks. I hope I'm still on the air. I haven't got a notice that it's off yet, and hopefully the signal stayed up. I will see if there's anything major in the chat room. Kenneth's here, Steve's here, Hot Air Tom's here. Wow, chilly early today. Yeah, I did that. Yo, Eddie in the house. Sorry about starting early, folks, but I knew this was going to happen. I did not know that this program was going to go on and be blaring in the background. All right, that's going to wrap me up for today. I'll see everybody same time, same channel tomorrow from Port Canaveral. This is the old fat travel guy. You guys have a fantastic day, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a great day, everybody.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry, so if you'd like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.